Morning all, Friday morning. First thing this morning, me and Will are going to head up to a farm in the Cotswolds near Gloucester, just to have a look at a Horsch Leeb sprayer. So that'll be the first thing we do this morning. Hopefully some of the guys will take a few clips through the day, so we can catch up with them. We'll be back in the afternoon and see what the rest of them are up to. So we've travelled up to Gloucester just to have a look at the brand new Horsch working. This model is slightly smaller than what we've kind of got a quote for. But it's nice to get around and have a look at these machines, have a look at them working and seeing what's changed obviously from our model and then what's different in terms of what we've been looking at. So the Horsch machine, obviously the booms they're brilliant. They bend up, they bend down. Nothing follows the contour of a crop or the land better, which we already know. The nozzles or the sections then on the boom, they're meter sections. So they'll shut off every meter. I think this is a 30 meter boom. We'd be going 36 again, obviously. We'll just watch them set off and so this machine, where it varies from the machine we've currently got, it's a variable track. So you can push the back axles, you can push them out and in depending on how wide you want your machine to run. And there's also a bit of hill compensation on there as well, where you can level up your machine a bit depending on what kind of slope you're on. So it's there's improvements definitely in terms of what we find with our machine currently, which obviously we've had for 5 years now. You can definitely see improvements and changes. And yeah, it looks more refined than our machine now in terms of kind of build quality and design. And we were very happy with what ours looked like anyway. And yeah, watching it, there's not a tremendous amount to say negative about it, to be honest. A few things in ours that we found that were only slight issues, they've kind of resolved and picked up on, because obviously there's been some time in that 5 years for them to make the improvements. So certain things have changed, but yeah, it's a very impressive machine. So what we're spraying out now is just water on some rape stubble. Rape was obviously cut in the last couple of weeks, and we're able to just get some water on the field. So one thing we have just noticed is we think the boom control in terms of the yaw, the forward and back movement, seems to have improved quite a lot. I think James is just putting on a show for us at the moment. So what this machine will also do is got its 4 nozzles on its nozzle body, and it will auto select which nozzle you should be using in each section, which is how their turn compensation works. So if you're going around the outside of a bend and you've obviously got one side of your boom moving very fast, it needs to kick out more material out of that boom than on the inside. It will select the correct nozzle to ensure that you are still applying the right rate of chemical on your entire crop, essentially. So that's the way that Horsch use their turn compensation. Obviously there are other methods out there that other sprayers use that we've had a look at, but yeah, that's the way this machine will operate. And what we've got on ours is also on this one. See the aluminium sheet here in front of the nozzles? It sits maybe an inch lower than the nozzles for drift reduction. Just stops the wind affecting the spray as it's first coming out the nozzle, and reduces drift quite a lot. I know a lot of people wouldn't think it does, but it really helps in terms of keeping that constant stream of chemical. So Will's just headed off now to have a drive. At the moment it's set to 25 centimeters above the crop, so they're very low. While we were away this morning, Harry just wanted YouTube to see some of his great handiwork today. You can see the concrete in the floor of the shed. It's been busy, tidied up everything. Everything's out. Everything's been out. Concrete floor brushed and blown off. Nice tidy shed. Soon to be very dusty again. It's Tony back in the yard. Tony's been moving fibre all day along with Flynn and Andrew, hauling it from the AD plant to a farm that's going to be drilled just to store it in the meantime. We've got 2 little birds here that must have a nest up in the roof, and they've fallen and they're not quite able to fly. Any tips on how to get them going, YouTube? I feel a bit mean. Crisis averted. Tom Attenborough over here has made a makeshift nest and got them up on the shelf. Mother's flying around. Not very happy with me, but at least they're back up safe and sound. So we were hoping to pick up some fresh grass this afternoon, or this evening now. Obviously, we haven't even taken the paint off of the new forager yet. It's only done 100 hours, sorry. And we've got another one in the yard, as you saw a couple of days ago. Bit frustrating, really, spending the amount of money you do on a forager only for it not to be working from the very start. And now we're struggling to get the KP out of this old machine. It's been one of those weeks when it rains it pours. But yeah, suffice to say, not all that impressed at the moment. So that's probably the end of play, I'd have thought, on today. Frustrating end to a frustrating week, really. Not being able to go and pick up that fresh grass. Jordan from Smorages is on his way to try and resolve the issue, but the likelihood is that'll be picked up in the morning now. We've still got Andrew and Flynn out for the next hour or so. They'll be back after moving one final load of digestate fibre. But yeah, Dad and Harry were going to head off and pick up that fresh grass, but it's a waiting game now to see what the issue is with the KP in that older machine. And obviously a longer waiting game to work out what the issue is with the new machine that's causing all this bother after only 100 hours. Yeah, as you could probably tell, it's not the happiest of workplaces, but we'll keep going, and next week's a new week. We've got whole crop to pick up next week, quite a lot of it, and obviously we've got combining that's very close, if not ready. So next week we'll be busy, and yeah, this week we've had a few quieter videos, but you've seen a bit of what we're up to, and obviously seen a bit more in terms of the decision we've got to make on the sprayer and the options out there with the Bateman and the Horsch today. So there's been a bit to keep you updated with, but yeah, next week it'll be a lot more interesting for those of you that are watching purely to see some machinery working. Yeah, I'll do my best to get out there and show you as much as possible, as always. But for now, enjoy your weekend. We'll try and enjoy ours, and thanks for watching the videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you've got any questions, and I'll be back next week. Cheers.